Well, hello and welcome. I am Christy from Adventures in ISTEM, and today I want to talk to you about the tools and equipment that you're going to need in order to bring your flipped lessons to life, to create your flipped lessons and make them accessible to your students. Now, I am all about value. I have no problem actually spending money on tools or equipment or apps if I'm going to get a lot of use and value for it. But I found that for creating my flipped lessons, for most of it, I don't need to actually spend much money at all. In fact, most things I'm going to talk to you about are things that you're already using, you already have. For example, to create your videos. If you are a Mac user, then you already have everything on your MacBook to create the videos that you want. You have Keynote to create the presentations. You can then record right there in your Keynote. And students, it doesn't matter if, students have said they don't care if you are showing your face or if it's just the audio. They just want to hear you. They want a video from you. You can also use QuickTime on your MacBook if you're going to do a screen recording, and then you can use iMovie to actually edit your videos. So if you have a Mac, you have everything you need to create your videos and make them awesome right there. If you're a PC user, then your PC probably comes with Windows and with Microsoft Office. So you can use PowerPoint to create your videos, and in PowerPoint you can record your presentation, but you can record just your audio, or it does have the webcam ability, so you can actually show your face in the corner if you want to, and you can annotate on that, so you can use PowerPoint to create your videos. The Microsoft also has Video Maker, which was their movie maker that's now called Video Maker. So anyone who has Windows 10, 11, Microsoft 365, you have Video Maker that you can then use to edit your videos. If you want to do a screen recording, now again, you could use QuickTime if you have a Mac, but you could also use screencast-o-matic. Now, I know a lot of people, they love Camtasia, and they're always pushing Camtasia and how great it is. And Camtasia is nice, but I have found that screencast-o-matic is just as good, but at a fraction of the cost. So whereas Camtasia might cost you a couple $100 for the year, screencast-o-matic is going to cost you about $30 for the year. So when we look at that, $200, $30, where am I going to spend my money? Screencast-o-matic also does have a free version for just screen recording, but if you want to use the editing features and the annotation features and the features like automatically creating your closed captions, then you might as well pay $30 for the whole year. We're talking less than a cup of Starbucks coffee per month, right? Because Starbucks coffee is like $5. So that's what, 6 Starbucks coffees, and you've got this great tool. So I would highly recommend looking into screencast-o-matic instead of Camtasia. Look at them both, value. Remember, it's all about value. You can pay for that higher amount if you're going to get and more value for it. If it's going to be something that is so amazing, it's worth the cost, then go for it. I just have found that screencast-o-matic and Camtasia, they're pretty much the same. Camtasia can do a little bit more, but for what I'm looking for my classroom, for just the basics of what my students need, I don't need all those extra bells and whistles. So screencast-o-matic is where I was going to go. If you are doing something where you want to actually physically show students how to maybe mark a text or how to actually solve a problem on paper, you don't need to go get yourself a document camera. Could you use the one you have at your school? Absolutely. But don't go buy one. Your phone works just fine. In the beginning, I used to take my phone and literally attach it to a ruler with some painter's tape and then attach the ruler to an empty Amazon box. And that was my document camera that I used. So I didn't spend any money because your phone works fine. And you can go ahead and get one of those octopus type arms that I will attach to your phone, and then you can move it any which way you want on Amazon. I think they're like 20 bucks. So I did upgrade to that. I would show you what it looks like, but I'm using it right now on my phone to do this. So, but you can do that if you would like to. You don't need to spend the money for a document camera. You also don't need to spend money on a webcam. If your computer comes with a webcam, then just use what your computer comes with. You don't need to go out and buy an expensive webcam. You don't even need to go out and buy an expensive mic. We're not making videos for YouTube to become YouTube stars, right? We're making videos for our classroom. Our students don't care if about the sound quality as long as they can hear you and understand you, right? So you don't need to go and buy those fancy extra equipment. Now, one thing I do recommend buying, and it is well worth the money, and it's not that expensive. I recommend going out and getting the pro version, not the free version, but the next version up of Edpuzzle. Here's why. Edpuzzle is going to be the place where you're going to host your videos and you're going to share them with your students. Now, Edpuzzle is probably like the #1 tool that you will need for your flipped classroom. You can use your computer again to make these videos, but where are you going to host them? And with the flipped classroom, it's important to know if your students watched the video and if they actually understood the video. And that's where Edpuzzle comes in. You see, Edpuzzle will host your videos and give you analytics. And it works with all LMS platforms. In fact, it works really well with Google Classroom. Your students will join your Google Classroom and then you can just import them into Edpuzzle. Edpuzzle is great because not only is it going to give you analytics about if they watched the video, it's also going to tell you how many times they watched the video, how long it took them to watch the video. You can add comments and you can add questions to it. And with Edpuzzle, your questions, you can use the math, so you could have like a square root, you can have different powers. You can put in pictures that you want them to see and look at and identify in your check. You can put in little video clips also, so you can stop them throughout the video. You can make it so that they cannot fast forward through the video. Now, the free version of Edpuzzle will give you 20 videos, which is a lot. But if you plan on flipping your class and all your units, you're probably going to want more than 20 videos. Think about each unit. You don't want a video too long, so you might have, 2 videos per unit. Think about all the units you're going to have for the year. You're going to be going over those 20 videos, right? So it's well worth it. Edpuzzle, I believe right now, when I last checked, it was $11.50 a month. So 2 cups of Starbucks. That's it. And it is going to save you so much. I mean, talk about bang for your buck. This really is something that I would probably pay $20, $30 a month for. Honestly, seriously, because it is that much value. Again, I have no problem paying for something, paying a lot for something, if I'm going to get a lot of value out of it, right? So that's why I won't pay for Camtasia, because Screencast-o-matic is just perfect for me, right? And I don't need those extra bells and whistles. If that was all there was, then I'd have no problem paying for the Camtasia, right? Now, if you want to learn some more information about the flipped classroom, how to successfully flip your class, I have one more workshop to go. That's right. One more chance for you to get the 3 secrets to a successful flipped classroom. My workshop is going to be on Monday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so that's 4 o'clock Eastern Time. Go ahead and sign up. I'll put the link in the comments. You can also find the link in my bio. I highly recommend, if you are flipping your class this year, if you're interested in the flipped classroom, if you just want more, or if you want to just come get some information and then ask me some questions afterwards when I go with my live Q&A, I highly recommend go ahead and sign up. Plus, for those that do sign up, I do have a bonus workbook that you're going to be using and a certificate at the end for a certificate of accomplishment. So you're going to get a certificate at the end for that 1 hour training that I'm going to give, and a secret bonus for those that do show up live that you will not want to miss out on. So again, Monday, I have the last workshop for the 3 secrets to a successful flipped classroom. I highly recommend you show up. Just go ahead, take 1 hour at a time. I know you're busy. It'll be well worth it. Remember, value. You're going to get a lot. Everyone who's come so far has been so thankful for all that information that they are getting. So I'll see you guys then.